Yo, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Carlos Harris, and today we're gonna be talking about a few tips to help you be more productive. The first thing is gonna be forming a daily routine or forming daily habits. I think this is really important to your productivity because it keeps you in a system to where you're able to get things done, such as making your bed in the morning, brushing your teeth, washing your face, going to the gym, doing yoga, whatever it is in the routine that you form for yourself, make sure that you stick with that on a daily basis and continue to build those daily habits. That way you can be more productive. I think people overlook the routine part of being productive, but if you're able to put these things in place and practice them every single day, it will really help you be more productive. The second tip I wanna give is staying organized and decluttering your space. We all know if we have a cluttered space, we have a cluttered mind. And staying organized is really important to keeping a decluttered space. So whenever you see something out of place it back where it's supposed to be. Instead of coming home and taking off your clothes and throwing them on the floor, put them inside the dirty clothes hamper and place things back where they belong. Because at the end of the day, if you declutter your space, your mind is free to roam and have new ideas come in. Whether you're a content creator, you're able to go create content, or you're able to get the tasks done that you need to get done and you're not stepping over stuff throughout the day. So these two things, as far as decluttering and staying organized, will really help you be more productive. The third thing I want to talk about is writing down your daily task or weekly task and being able to execute those. One thing that's important about this is writing them out the night before. You don't want to do this the day of, because at that point you're playing catch up. So the night before, write out a to-do list with the most important things to do to the least important things to do and be able to knock out that list. And one thing that's gonna help you knock out that list is called a 90-minute focus sprint. I talked about this on my Instagram, and here's how you do it. You set a 90-minute timer on your phone, put it on do not disturb or airplane mode, and set it in another room. That way you have zero distractions and you're able to focus on that list that you made the night before of the important stuff that you need to take care of. And during that 90 minutes, you focus on each one of those tasks that you need to knock out. And I know multitasking is a thing that people think that they should be doing and they're getting more done, but I highly suggest focusing on one thing at a time, getting it done, and then moving on to the other to maximize your productivity. And after you're done with that first 90-minute focus sprint, take a 30 to 45-minute break, take a walk, grab a snack, whatever it is to go clear your head, and then come back and do another. I suggest 2 to 3 of these per day to maximize productivity. And when you're doing your second and third 90-minute focus sprint, I suggest moving to a different location than you typically work. I know some people work inside of an office setting. Maybe you guys have a meeting room that you could go to. If you don't, just make it the best that you possibly can in the space that you're working in. But I highly suggest changing environments. That way you're able to, again, just get outside of your regular work environment and let your ideas flow and be more productive. The last thing I want to talk about is setting boundaries and knowing when to actually stop working, because you can create burnout for yourself. And if you don't set those boundaries to make yourself stop working, you're ultimately going to come to a hard halt and have to stop anyways. So on the weekends, instead of trying to push out a little bit more for yourself, take time for yourself on the weekends to actually rest and recuperate, because the last thing you want is to be 50% going into the next week instead of being 100% because you took time for yourself to go out and enjoy life. Because as people who work and as people who want to get things done, it's normal for us to be able to say, hey, I can get a little bit more done on the weekends and here and there, because I found myself doing it. But as mental health becomes more and more important, as people are seeing, I think you need to take these breaks on the weekends and set boundaries and limits on the apps that you're consuming throughout the week to make sure that you can be more productive whenever you step back into the workplace and knock out the things that you need to do on your to-do list. So take the time for yourself to really just detox from things, go out and enjoy life, spend time with your family, your friends, because we only live once and you don't want to miss out on things because you were working all the time. And that hustle mentality of working 24/7, the grind don't stop. The grind does stop, and you have to take time for yourself. So I think this is an important key that a lot of people don't really implement into their daily routine or weekly routine or life period, is taking time for yourself and setting those boundaries of when I'm gonna cut this off and actually go take time for myself. That way I'm able to come back 110% the next week and be able to put my best foot forward. And those are just a few tips off the top of my head that I can give you guys about being more productive. I know a lot of people ask these questions in the comments, and I feel like these long form content on YouTube is gonna be really beneficial to, one, connect with my audience more and give you guys more in detail of how I stay productive within my life. I know these things won't work for everybody. Like I said, people who work 9 to 5s won't be able to go outside of their office space and go move to another location. Do what works for you. I'm giving you guys the tips that work for me, but also adjust things to fit at your actual lifestyle and be able to maximize your productivity. So those are just some of the tips and tools that I have. If you guys could leave a like, comment, subscribe, it'll help the channel grow. I can't speak right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.